Welcome to Cannabis School. I'm your host, Jesse Angeles.
And I'm Brandon Elder.
And we're here to talk to you about everything pertaining to cannabis, from vape,
Flower,
edibles,
strains,
and everything in between.
So, Jesse.
Hey. So...
How you feeling over there?
I'm feeling pretty good. We had a great review.
Oh, we did.
Just,
a delicious
just a little bit
review.
ago.
I'm actually excited for this one too, though.
I am thrilled about this. This is such a cool strain.
Well, we've got a couple things that we're going to be talking about on this episode.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, when we're just thinking about, like, what are some of the best ways to consume cannabis?
It depends on you, I think.
But I think I love flower, but sometimes I don't want the harshness from a pipe. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Happy Camper pipe, dry pipe, best pipe ever. Hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, it is...
I mean, those filters in it is a game changer.
Everything from all of it. But, you know, and I've tried some other dry pipes as of recent.
Mm-hmm.
They smoke about as well as that. I mean, and if you're a dry pipe person, it means that you're typically like a joint person.
Yeah.
Right?
Which are great too.
I love joints. But it's just a different experience. However, I have really fallen in love with herb vaporizers. And we're going to talk about those today too. Yeah, and we're going to experience this strain.
You've been testing one recently that we'll do on another episode, but today we're testing a couple from Xvapes.
Yeah, Xvapes was super generous. Xvapes sent us, they were very generous. They sent us a few of these herb vaporizers for us to be able to try out and to be able to kind of give our sense on it. But really cool too. They were super generous. They're like, hey guys, we'll do this, but we need you to give a couple of them away. And
yeah.
You got to be kidding me. That's
I know.
So cool.
It's crazy. So Keith and the team over there wanted us to give away one of the Aria dry herb vaporizers.
So we're actually like the one that Brandon has right now, which is the Tommy Chong one, which is
the same Aria, just the Tommy Chong's version.
I'll tell you, that thing is cool.
It comes with all these cool, like Tommy Chong vape.
Oh, that's awesome.
Stuff. Something for your concentrate, something for your dry herb, another top. I think it's a taller top, so you get more of a vent on it.
Ooh.
And then it comes with this nifty little dab tool with Tommy Chong's face right on it.
That's awesome, dude. That's so cool.
So it's super funny, but I love it. I love the style.
And you've said that it's been really smooth hits.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we had used the packs for a while, and I still have like an Airizer Solo 2. And I used to have a couple other ones. But this has been night and day difference between the packs and this.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a really good piece.
Yeah. So
I'm surprised.
You're going to check which one out today.
It's the Fog Pro. It's super cool. It's got this little LED screen. You've got an LED screen on yours as well.
On the side too.
So cool. Telling you what temp it's at.
Yeah, you can control all of that.
It's all adjustable. Really cool feature on this though is that it has a rechargeable battery.
Well, you can swap it out.
Yeah.
So
you could charge this in here, like just charge it up there and then swap out your battery for those who are like constant, like on the other vaporizer, like I loved using it so much that I totally forgot to charge it. And so I was like, on my last one, I was like, I was going to die before I can fully enjoy this bowl. And that's one of the things I really liked about vaporizers as of late and all the designs. And Xvapes just like, you know, go through, see which ones of these you guys would really like and would use. And so I picked this the Fog Pro. It's got this really cool swivel arm.
Yeah, like a straw that just swivels around.
Really cool. That's unique. Most of them are like yours.
Oh yeah,
right. There's But
the thing that we notice with Xvapes that we really like.
Oh yeah.
Their chamber is right on top.
Yep.
Right next to where you pull from, so you don't have that really long chamber like the packs did that gets full and gross and dirty, and you have to clean all the way through.
It all.
This is just a nice little, much easier to clean.
Well, and like on this one, it has this like little basin to like just kind of slide everything into the little ramp for your flower.
So much easier.
And I've seen that with other ones, like, it's the same size of bowl, most of these, except yours. Yours is a little bit wider.
Yeah.
But usually they're about a circle. And the awesome thing too,
I love their magnetic tops.
Yeah, magnetic. And they're pretty strong too.
Oh, yeah, they're solid.
But I mean, you wouldn't be holding it from the top anyways.
No.
But really cool. I think it's 3 times and it starts rolling.
Super excited to check them out today.
Yeah, and it gives you kind of like it has a 5-minute timer on there, which is really cool.
Yeah, we're rocking some modified grapes.
Ooh, modified grapes.
These drier vaporizers.
You got to tell them the lineage.
Oh, yeah. So it's from GMO and Purple Punch. So GMO is delicious. It's one of my favorite strains, but we don't really use it very often because I don't see it come around here very often.
Well, and we're also drinking this really nice microdose.
Yeah, they're drinks from Jeng, and they're basically almost like a replacement of alcoholic drinks.
Yeah.
So you have a
Moscow Mule
replacement, and it's just 6 milligrams of CBD and 3 milligrams of THC. So they're the perfect microdose. You can use them during the day, function, do everything you want. You don't have to worry about being high. You can just be chill.
Ooh, that's nice. It's very... I'm a big fan of ginger beer.
Oh, same.
Love ginger beer. If it's spicy, it's one of my favorite. This isn't spicy. It's a really good flavor. Get hit with that ginger, so you know that they're putting high quality in here. But this is nice. It's kind of nice to offset it. I've got my vaporizer all ready to go. I'm going to try this out.
Yeah, these are just like sparkling THC cocktails. So they're mocktails, I guess. It's fantastic, but they're just microdosing. It's got alcohol free. They're created in Montauk. They're all natural ingredients. It's like gluten free, vegan friendly for everyone like that. And they test the quality. They're tasty. This one's a Paloma, so it's pink grapefruit and rosemary. I know, right?
Tongue tied.
It says that 1 glass is the equivalent of a glass and a half of wine. So sip slowly. Effects may be delayed.
Yeah, I mean, in a water-soluble form, it shouldn't take too long.
Cool. A portion of their profits go to environmental and social causes.
I'm going to tell you, I'm really liking the flavor of modified grapes.
Oh, you turned it on now.
Oh yeah, right. I'm already enjoying.
You're already ahead of me. Damn.
Not going to get clouds out. So that's one of the things that some people complain about is that
with the Fog Pro?
Well, with any vaporizer, you're not getting the clouds, but I'm going for the experience and the flavor.
So let me ask, what has been your favorite temperature to vaporize at so far?
Well, this is at 365, and I'm not a fan.
Of the flavor, of where it's at, of the amount of smoke.
Well, that's cool. So every time I push the button to be able to decrease or increase the temperature, it vibrates to let me know that I'm doing that. So you may start pressing. The other vaporizer I have, it doesn't do that. However, I will tell you right now, I really like the flavor out of this one. It's direct. Like, it's really good.
Ooh, that is really tasty. Even with the vaporizer.
So I just moved mine to 375. I was at 165, 365, and it was okay. With it going to that temperature, though, when you hold these things, they typically get pretty warm. This one, it's only warm at the top, which is nice. So it's not the whole thing. Like using the packs, I felt that the whole thing would get really hot.
Well, because your oven's at the bottom, and then it transfers all the way through it to come out the top. So that would make sense. I feel like the Tommy Chong's one, the Aria, doesn't really get anywhere near as hot on the whole thing. But
dude, you got to try that. Try it through the straw. I don't know why, but you just get all of the flavors.
Oh, yeah, this does get pretty warm.
Yeah, it gets way warm. See, this one doesn't get as warm.
But mine's also set to 365. And yours has been going a little longer.
See, I did different flavor. What do you think of that?
It's tasty. I like the flavor.
It's really strong flavor, but it's not overwhelming.
I like the straw on it, though. That's a cool piece.
I like it. I like it. The timer over there, it's telling me I've got 15 seconds left of my bowl.
I do like that. The Xvapes ones have like a 5-minute timer that it does. And I usually feel that by the end of that timer, my bowl is pretty spent.
Okay, so now we've got this. It says goodbye. And that's cool. Look at that. I'm done. I just turn it. It's really compact. I will say that the other vaporizer I was using, it is pretty fat. It's very heavy. The plus I like on the other one, though, is that I don't feel the heat as much as I'm feeling for. As you felt, this is pretty warm.
Getting warmer. Yeah.
Yeah.
PAX warm. It reminds me of the PAX.
Yeah, very much so. I like that.
Not the experience, just the temperature.
The flavors in this are absolutely amazing. Like, I'm feeling it. And to describe what I'm feeling on modified grapes is it's a heady high. This is an indica, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a
hybrid. Leaning,
yeah.
Indica, but it is it's heady, but it's not crazy overwhelming. The one thing that you will find with a vaporizer, especially an herb vaporizer, is that it is a slow onset, and then when it hits, it's really good. So expect like almost 30 minutes later getting into your full entourage effect.
So my thing that what I always think it feels like with a vaporizer is like a super, right? I have the Paloma. That rosemary is super tasty.
Moscow Mule, it's ginger.
I love mules though. They're one of my favorite.
It almost has an alcohol kick. Like,
it says it's almost the equivalent of like a glass and a half of wine.
Well, I'm just saying, like, because of the ginger, the ginger kind of gives it that alcohol burn. You know what I mean?
So when you're craving that, and there's something in this too. I don't know if it's just like a little bit of spice that makes it taste almost like a cocktail.
This is good.
For those of
really
you
good.
Yeah, for those coming off of like trying not to drink as much or looking for a drinking replacement, this is fantastic. Or a microdose.
Yeah, think about that. Like, if you're I don't know, and it pairs really well with other cannabis because, there's 3 milligrams of THC in there. That's the equivalent of a couple of hits off of a pen.
And you also have 6 milligrams of CBD.
Yeah, so it's not canceling each other out. It's just a different effect.
Yeah, it's a 2-to-1.
Yeah, you're gonna feel that it's a relaxing type of feel. But I gotta go into modified grapes, dude. This is really good. This is all in my head. But weirdly enough, it's in my neck too. Like, it kind of feels stiff. Like, it's weird.
I feel it in my head too.
I like it because I feel it like in the back of my spine.
Yeah, not like in my head up here is in pressure. But like a relaxation there. In my head. Almost. Which is interesting because I feel like it's different than most other strains when I feel it in my head.
Yeah, I agree. I like the... There's no dry mouth. This could be a munchy strain for sure. You could go full munchy on this, but not crazy. There are certain indica strains where you will just devour everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, and you just feel like you can't stop.
Even like hungry isn't one of the more reported things. It's like sleepy, relaxed, and aroused.
But again, we did use a vaporizer and an herb vaporizer. It's got that kind of weird sensation we talked about before.
To me, it's like a mild edible.
Yeah. It's like a mild edible. And that's why, like, you'll see, like, it has the 5-minute timer and you can set the temperature. And if I look in there, it's not even golden brown.
Yeah,
it's slightly green.
I could maybe even
do another run.
Time.
Yeah. So that's one of the cool things that I like about vaporizers like this, because there's a lot of different things that are cool about that with your bud. So say I want to take this modified grape, and I have got a good amount. You've got a good amount of this, right?
Yes.
And
thankfully.
what's really cool is that you're going to actually save more on that. You're going to use more of it and after it. And Brandon has told me this for a long time. A lot of you
ABV
pros, yeah, it's already activated THC. You can just be able to infuse this with an
You can
oil.
make your own tincture, your own lube. You can make your own edibles with the already vaped stuff.
Yeah.
So you just infuse that and make your own creations and double down on your product.
So one of the really cool things that I like about these types of bowls, and that I've liked on the other vaporizer and that I like on this one as well, is the ease of cleaning.
Yeah.
The one I haven't cleaned it once, and it's brilliant. It's
Really?
awesome. And that thing just goes, and it has a lot of different attachments. The one I'm excited to be able to review that one, but I will tell you that this one is just really smooth on that full delivery.
Yeah.
And if you are one that really loves the flavor of cannabis, because not everybody's a fan, and that's okay. You become accustomed to it after a while, and then after some time, your palate becomes a little bit more refined. You can start tasting those. When it says it's, if it's minty, you'll definitely know it's minty.
And there's definitely some that you can taste in, like tropical flavors. I feel like stand out pretty well. Some of the earthy tones, skunkiness, diesely, obviously, those tones always stand out. But they're fantastic.
Well, and the thing about where you could turn that into an edible or whatever else you wanted from there, that's what I really like about vaporizers right now, because you're getting the best use. See, there you go.
I love that it vibrates when it's ready.
Yeah, let me know. And you want to wait. You want to wait a little bit after that one. We had learned that with the packs, where you would get the best flavor, the best hits when you let it go there. And that's what I love about the dryer vaporizers too. And this one could do, I believe it can do concentrates. I'm not for sure, but I think it can.
Let's look and see real fast. I'm looking at it.
The box here. Yeah, it has a wax cup.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
honestly, the price, like barrier to entry with Xvapes, is amazing, because this Aria, like the Aria, is only $80. You can get a dryer vaporizer that's fantastic for $80, and your Fog Pro is $139.
Serious? Yeah.
So you can get one of these, like the Aria, for $80, or the Xvape Pro for $140. Like, it's nothing.
So that's actually your intake. So when you're pulling,
that
goes
changes your air.
Yeah, I don't
if
like
your thumb
where
is
it's
over
placed. Because when I was doing it,
you notice it's harder to pull. You're like, what the heck? Ah.
So you got to hold it from the bottom. The other one I was talking about, it's on the bottom, and I like that a lot more. But I will say that this one has so much more flavor than the other one does. Now, vaporizers across the board, you got to figure out which one's really good for you.
Yeah.
For the price point, though, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I was like, this is nuts. I didn't even realize it was only $80. That's a steal. And I think that I'll double check with Xvapes, but they might have given us a code as well. And if so, that'll be in the show notes.
Yeah. Modified grapes, I would say, is really good for headaches.
Do you have a headache before this? A little?
I was getting a little bit of one. After our last recording, we went out and smoked some hemp, right? Stony Branch.
Oh, such delicious stuff.
Yeah, it's
that
the
blueberry
best.
Waffles.
And it was great because it helped level me out. But I started getting a bit of a headache. And I will say this is really good for headaches. It's also really good for just, you can chill out. It's not so strong, What's the percentage on this?
26 usually. In mid-high 20s, yeah.
Damn.
So,
well, and I only loaded a small bowl. But I was actually, if you think about it, I just ran it twice.
Yeah.
And
same. Mine was just
still feeling
the
it.
best part with a dry herb vaporizer.
Yep.
It's literally just a tiny pinch. That's all I took to fill that.
Yeah. So much nicer.
Yeah. How much of that, like how much longer would your product last if you could do that?
Well, and thinking about,
it's less harsh on your lungs. You don't get the carcinogens because you're not doing the ignition. There's no combustion.
Yeah.
So
just baking it.
Yeah. It is a healthier form.
Roasting it.
Yeah. Getting roasted, freshly baked.
It's so, I really like, I actually like this quite a bit. I think it's really cool for the price point. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
There's so many different types of dry herb vaporizers. Cool thing, you can, if you're a stoner on the go, this is great.
I love the changing out batteries.
Yeah. The only thing, this thing
gets warm.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty hot.
Well, I mean, fill this now.
No, but fill this.
Here's probably much more. Oh, whoa. Yeah, see, they heat it up.
Yeah, I gotta say, when we review the other one, dude, I'll tell you right now, like you will feel a difference. And that's not to say anything bad about this one. I really like the LED screen. I like how easy it is to be able to use. This isn't hard. You click it 3 times and it starts going.
And they're not big. These are so much smaller than like Stores and Bickle or Airizer.
Oh, the Mighty Plus.
Or any of those other vaporizers.
And I know there are those people out there that the Mighty Plus is just like,
I've heard
top notch. It's one of the best. But I gotta say, like when we saw it, remember when we were at that convention and somebody actually had
huge.
It was so big.
I'm like, I'm not gonna carry that in my pocket.
And it doesn't even stand up right now. I'm sure they've made adjustments and they've made changes.
There's a thing.
They now have it.
Flips on the bottom and it helps it stand.
But it's so big.
It is. I'm like, I'm not gonna carry that.
It probably keeps you from being able to get anything hot on your hands, but we are getting closer to fall.
It's true. And it wasn't even crazy hot. I felt like it was the
packs. No, it's warm.
Yeah.
It's warm. This would warm up too. What better thing than you're taking a stroll in the wintertime, right? And you're just like, I need my hands all hot. Be like,
oh, it'd be amazing.
just enjoy your day. But I'm enjoying this feeling.
I mean, it's delicious. It's got caryophyllene, limonene, and pinene are the most prevalent terpenes.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be very berry.
Well, and for those who are more
flavors.
Anxious induced when they use cannabis, pinene is known to exacerbate that.
No, alpha pinene.
Is it alpha pinene?
That's pinene. So that's supposed to help reduce anxiety. So
yeah, but I've heard from a lot of people when they have pinene in there that gets them really anxious.
Interesting.
I feel like if I smoked way too much, this would get me there.
Let us know.
Yeah.
When you guys have pinene, do you feel more anxious or do you feel like it's reducing your anxiety when you use strains that have more pinene?
That's a good question, especially where we're trying to think of, we got to remember to put that there in the thing on Spotify too, because that would be cool to hear how many different people are getting different experiences from this. Like for me, it's not an overwhelming amount. Again, this vaporizer is awesome because I was able to smoke literally the equivalent of a full bowl, but just in two sessions. Didn't even have to go to the full second session. I could probably, just looking at it, it's light brown. I could go a little longer and still get some out of it, and then I have this left over.
I believe it. This is really weird. This is such a small dose, but I feel like it's still pulling it down out of my face.
Yeah, I feel that too.
It's so odd. And I'm like, I mean, this is delicious. Lips. I would have these like at a get-together, at a party. Like, these are fantastic. I really like that. Let's take a look and see.
What are we looking for?
Oh, I'm just pulling it up to see pricing real fast.
Oh, on the
Jeng.
gin.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so it's $20 for a 4-pack of them. And we'll see if there's a code and throw it in the show notes.
Oh, way cool.
But yeah, they're delicious. They also have a spicy bloody orange margarita one.
Yeah, we'll have to fight over that one.
I was like, ooh, that sounds good. And then a rhubarb cucumber spritz. So yeah, they got some
okay,
good
so
flavors.
Going back into grape, man, this modified grape, yeah, I'm going through reviews, right? One of them says solid heavy hitter indica effect dominant strain. Lives up to the grapey flavor. Top it all off, it's potent THC lung hit. Found this to be a great strain for late in the night after an epilepsy episode. Dude.
Oh man.
Or right before bed, as I found myself to be mildly sedated after consuming it. Very pretty, frosty. Dense purple buds were tough to grind, but satisfying to look at.
They were big.
They are
beautiful,
beefy,
sticky nugs.
Holy shit!
Oh man, it is some beautiful flower.
I like it. I'm feeling it more. I'm feeling a little bit in my chest.
Yeah,
it's definitely in my head. But the cool part, it's not overwhelming.
Well, it's also a vaporizer with such a small dose.
Well, and we're cutting it too with this. Yeah. Microdose, and this is it Delta 9? Is it Delta 8?
It's hemp derived. It's Delta 9.
Okay, so it's Delta 9 hemp. That's nice. It's not super strong,
it's
but
just a nice, enjoyable.
I'm feeling like these like tingly sensations all over my arms.
I know, but like chill. It is like
you feel that
a nice mild drink.
Yeah. With the cannabis, it's helped cut. Enjoy this because as I'm reading that one, I'm like. Yeah, I can feel it. Like I'm a little anxious in my chest. Deep breaths. Like I feel a little bit of pain there, but it's because indica strains tend to do that to me more.
Yeah.
Sativas don't. That's just me.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just how it works with you.
It's not a big deal, but yeah, I really this would be great in a happy camper. I think it'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah. I bet you'd get a lot of flavor out of that, too. I like the flavor in this, but I also feel like that I still get a lot of flavor from pipes or bongs.
Yeah.
That I can pull out a lot of terpene flavors and notes and hints with that, whereas sometimes even with a dry herb, I can't.
Yeah, typically you can't. I would say on this one, the Fog Pro, I totally did.
Oh, I believe
it was very potent at first. Like you got it, and it wasn't the grapiness of it there, and that's the difference because when burning, you're gonna like we've done Grape Ape, right?
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic, and when you burn, if you smoke that in whatever form, you smoke it in a bowl, you get the grape notes on your second and third hits. And it's really, really nice, but you know that all the other things associated with it. Grapes are typically knock you into the dirt type of strain.
Yeah.
If you're not, and
if I love some of those purpley strains. They really
just kick your ass.
Oh, they're the best for like pain and relaxation, or just sometimes that has been the biggest slap. Like sit you back in the couch.
Oh.
And for me, sometimes I'm like, holy shit. That's what I want, but I don't find that.
It's difficult to find that for someone with your type of tolerance, right? Like for my tolerance, and I'm very grateful for it. It's still pretty low, and I gotta say that it's just right now. Like if I smoked more, I would probably be leaning more towards
things are anxious. And...
Yeah, we'd be getting at the beginning stages of the Banana Kush and the Zenko, right?
Oh, that's when you're just getting CBD and taking high dose.
Dude, I seriously felt like this, like being possessed by a poltergeist or some shit like that.
But, I could see it on your face.
Oh, everybody did. Everybody saw it. But thinking about this one, this is This is really nice. I'm feeling it in my eyes. I just think about like, yeah, I could go get munchies on this.
I do feel this in my eyes. Yeah.
And I'm down with it. Like, I'm feeling like a hamburger or something like that. Like that would just set it off. But I just really like this feel. I like the flavors.
It's an excellent experience.
And I think that's cool. That guy was saying, like, if you have epilepsy, this is a great strain after you have an epileptic seizure to be able to help. Because from what I know of other people, their body's super tense and they just feel awful because it's all been like, trying to reboot.
I can imagine that would be horrible.
It would be so much stress on the body. So I'm thinking that this would be great. It's not super cotton mouthy. I like that.
Yeah, I don't feel cotton mouthy at all. I mean, granted, I drank this whole thing, so.
No, but I mean, I've been sipping on mine and just kind of careful with like the THC content in my system right now.
Yeah.
But it's been nice. I think if I would have smoked this in like a bowl, it would be way stronger.
Well, it would also been a bigger bowl.
It would have been a bigger bowl. Like the Happy Camper bowl is pretty big comparatively to this.
These are a tiny pinch and you're full.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Super cool. And even like, that goes kind of into your grinder, whatever kind of grinder you're using.
Yeah.
It matters, right? If you got those plastic ones, no.
Yeah.
Fuck, what are you doing?
So terrible.
Do you need one?
Yes.
We'll figure out a way to get you one because that is a no bueno. But when like the stickiness of that one, you
sticky.
You gotta have to have a pretty tough grinder that's gonna be able to just chow down through it. This little tiny one, dude, that thing is freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's.
This
is my to-go grinder. I decided it's from Vessel.
Oh,
it's cool. Beautiful. It's so small. I love the wood top, and this is perfect. Like it's
just tiny,
so fantastic. But I love the grind. The grind was. So
and the cool thing is that the ports out of the bottom are so big it's coming through. You get to keep all that keef on there. And that's why you're feeling the way we're feeling right now. Yeah. I would recommend making sure that you keep high grade CBD on hand for this type of one. If you are new to this,
and low and slow.
Yeah, take it easy. Don't get that friend who's like, "Hey, dude, you should hit this. You should hit this. You should hit this." That's a bit much.
And if you don't have a cool device, like we said, we're doing the giveaway. You can win this Aria.
Yeah. How are we going to do that?
Yeah. So what you do, you'll go to Cannabis School on Instagram.
Okay.
You'll find the post. Go ahead and follow us and Xvapes and tag 2 friends on the post. Now you get an entry for following us and Xvapes, and then you get an entry for tagging your friends.
Cool.
So that gets you 2 entries in for it, and. Yeah.
And we'll do that pretty soon. We're excited to be able to get this sent out for you to be able to enjoy these tasty devices that help you consume cannabis better.
Well, because everyone needs a dry herb vaporizer.
Why not?
Yeah. So
I think that'd be hella cool.
It's not Tommy Chong, but it is
It's
fantastic.
pretty badass.
I actually like the look and the style of the regular one.
Yeah.
But it was like, it's Tommy Chong, and like...
Yeah, we want to get that.
Because
it just look cool.
Gotta do it.
It just looks cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, go down to show notes.
Yeah, we'll have links to Jeng, and you can check out their drinks. We'll have links to Xvapes, to their website that you can check out the Fog Pro, that you can check out the Tommy Chong Aria or the regular Aria. And we'll also have the link to our Instagram and Xvapes Instagram.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and follow us. Look for the post of the Aria.
Yeah. It's going to be super cool. We'll get that sent out to you. So,
hey, and we just want to take a minute, say thanks to all our Patreon supporters.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. It's it may not seem like a big deal to many of you, it's a little here and there, but we really do appreciate it. We continue to be able to put this out. We're wanting to do so much more we're planning on. And we're getting closer and closer to that because of you guys. Like, we wouldn't be able to find these killer sponsors to be able to say, like, hey, check it out. Tell everybody what you think about it. That's why we like to do it in real time right here instead of just reading off a script or something like that, going, this had the best thing that you will enjoy. And I like it very much, right? Like, we could really go up it. Like, we give here's the highs, here's the lows, right?
That's good. And we'll circle back around. You can check out social media. I'm sure we'll have more of a review of, a few weeks down the road.
Yeah, you'll be able to see quite a few different things. But again, just like Brandon said, we thank you guys so much for being able to just show up every week and listen to us. And for you die-hard fans,
yeah, love you guys.
So much love, guys. So much love.
Catch you next week.